Looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine.
Welcome to the Poole Locke YouTube channel. I'm James Locke. Today we're going to answer some of the Ask James questions of the day. First question is from Amy. And she asks, I believe I'm transferring risk by purchasing different annuities. Overall, I think it's a good strategy. So why do you say annuities transfer risk? All right, Amy, that's a great question. And I do say that. That's what they do. All right, that's actually the definition of an annuity. You're transferring risk to the insurance company. Now, in traditional annuities, you give the issuer a lump sum, and in exchange, they promise lifetime income. They now own the money, and they manage the risk. You've essentially traded your principal for a guaranteed paycheck. Now, there are newer annuities that let you kind of keep access to the lump sum using income riders, usually for around a fee of 1%. And they guarantee the income even if the account hits zero. Now, that can sound attractive, but let's look at, what's actually happening, right? Here's the issue. In most cases, principal is still being spent down. The income you're receiving isn't just coming from investment returns. It's also coming from your own money being returned to you. That becomes a problem later in life. Imagine you're in your 80s and need home health care. If half or 3/4 of your money is gone, your options shrink dramatically. You might need $8,000 or $10,000 a month for in-home care, but your annuity only pays $3,000. You could be forced into a facility under Medicaid. Right? Not because you planned poorly, but because liquidity is gone. You gave up access to your principal in exchange for that guaranteed income, and now you can't access the money when you need it most. So annuities can be useful for a part of a portfolio, especially if you have no other source of guaranteed income and you want to cover your essential expenses. But in my judgment, not for all of it. I prefer to help clients build income portfolios where the principal stays intact. The income is generated through interest and dividends, and they maintain full access to their money if circumstances change. It's a good question about transferring risk. If you'd like to send in your question, you can do so. Email that question to poollocke@poollocke.com. Moving on to our second question today is from Charles. He says, I know contribution limits to 401ks went up. Should I be contributing more? Charles, if you can afford to, yes. It's always good to save, all right? The time value of money matters tremendously. Every dollar you save today has the potential to compound over the years and become multiple dollars in retirement. So saving more gives you options. Retire earlier, better lifestyle in retirement, less pressure if you lose a job or face a health issue before you're ready to retire. And 401ks are attractive for several reasons. Automatic payroll deductions make saving effortless. Employer matching, it's free money. Right? You don't want to leave that on the table. Pre-tax contributions reduce your taxable income today. Now that pre-tax benefit is like an interest-free loan from the IRS. You're deferring taxes today, investing that money, and letting it grow without being taxed along the way. But here's the caution. You may be creating a tax time bomb. If all of your money is pre-tax and tax rates go up in the future, which many experts believe is likely given our national debt, Congress just shifted wealth from your balance sheet to theirs without touching your account. Right? Your account might say $1 million, but if you're in a 30-35% tax bracket, when you retire, a significant portion of that belongs to the IRS. You have $1 million, and of that $1.7 million is yours and $300 is theirs, right? That's why tax diversification matters. So there's 3 buckets, right? You have pre-tax accounts, 401ks, traditional IRAs, taxed when you withdraw the money. Bucket 2, you got tax-free accounts, so Roth IRAs, Roth 401ks, those 529 plans, never taxed again. And you have taxable accounts, brokerage accounts, individual accounts, right? They're taxed on gains and dividends, but more flexibility. Now, if you're already heavy in pre-tax accounts, you may want to direct additional savings elsewhere. Consider, maxing out Roth IRAs if you're eligible, or contributing to a taxable brokerage account where you have more control over when and how you realize gains. The goal is to give yourself options in retirement so you can choose which bucket to draw from based on your tax situation each year. Hey, that's a great question. And more importantly, congratulations on being in a position to save even more. Good job. 2 great questions today. As always, hey, if you'd like to send in your question, love to answer it. Send it to us at Poole Locke at PooleLocke.com. If you like what you heard, go ahead and like and subscribe to our channel. I'm James Locke, your retirement income source. I'll see you next time.
Money on my mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine. Retirement is near, don't you live in fear. Listen up, my friend, let me